Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, storm chasers and thrill seekers, gather around and prepare yourselves for an unprecedented event unfolding right now across the United States of America. This is not a drill. This is not fiction. This is Mother Nature at her most brutal, most stunning, and most unstoppable. We bring you live, unfiltered footage from the heart of the storm, a hailstorm of catastrophic scale that has left a trail of destruction and awe in its wake. Imagine skies turning an ominous shade of slate gray, clouds roiling and churning as if a beast has awoken within the atmosphere. Then suddenly, the heavens erupt in a thunderous roar, lightning slicing the sky like jagged swords of pure energy. And as if that weren't enough, the hail begins. First as a gentle tapping, then escalating into a merciless barrage of icy missiles, some larger than baseballs, pelting everything in sight. Right now, across multiple states, from the plains of Kansas to the suburbs of Chicago, from the open highways of Texas to the sleepy towns of Nebraska, people are experiencing what experts call a hailstorm of biblical proportions. Windows shatter, cars bear deep dents and cracks, rooftops crumble under the weight of relentless ice, and crops, the lifeblood of communities, are pummeled into oblivion. The damage is staggering, and the impact will be felt for years to come. But this video is not just about destruction. It is about survival. It is about the human spirit tested by the rawest forces of nature and refusing to break. As we journey into the eye of the storm, through gripping footage and eyewitness accounts, you will feel the pulse of adrenaline pumping through your veins. You will hear the frantic calls to shelter, the terrified screams, and the unyielding courage of those caught in the crossfire. Emergency responders race against the clock, battling down power lines, flooded streets, and stranded motorists. Communities band together, neighbors helping neighbors, sharing food, shelter, and hope amidst the chaos. This hailstorm has revealed the heart and soul of America, resilient, united, and fierce. As you watch this video, you are not a passive observer. You are a participant in a historic event. The sheer cinematic spectacle of swirling black clouds, flashes of blinding lightning, and thunderclaps that shake the ground will grip you from start to finish. You will witness homes being battered, trees uprooted, and highways turned into skating rinks of ice. Meteorologists warn this storm as part of a larger pattern of extreme weather events linked to climate changes that make such fury more common, more dangerous, and more unpredictable. The stakes have never been higher, and the stories coming from the front lines will haunt and inspire you in equal measure. We want to thank you for joining us in this moment, for bearing witness to the power of nature and the resilience of humanity. If you find this video gripping, please hit the like button, share it with friends and family, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more breaking news and immersive documentaries. This is more than just a weather report. This is an invitation to feel the storm, to live through it, and to never forget the day when hailstones the size of fists rained down in the heart of America. This is the storm that changed everything. Stay with us, because the story has only just begun. As dawn breaks over the heartland of America, what should have been a peaceful morning has turned into a waking nightmare. The skies above are no longer a backdrop of calm blue, but a canvas of swirling, menacing clouds, heavy with the promise of destruction. What started as a trickle of cold droplets has escalated into a furious hailstorm that seems almost supernatural in its intensity. Reports are pouring in from every corner of the affected states: Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, and beyond. Hailstones, some as large as softballs, are tearing through roofs, smashing windshields, and flattening fields of crops that took months to nurture. The sound is deafening, the relentless pounding of ice on metal, glass, and concrete, a violent percussion that echoes through neighborhoods and rural communities alike. In the heart of this tempest, we see faces frozen in fear and disbelief. Families huddle under makeshift shelters, their voices trembling with the urgency to protect their loved ones. Children clutch their parents' hands, wide-eyed as the storm outside turns their homes into a battlefield. Cars are abandoned on slick roads, their windows shattered by the merciless hail, while drivers scramble for safety. Meteorologists have issued emergency warnings, urging residents to stay indoors and prepare for potential power outages and flooding. The storm's sheer scale has overwhelmed local resources, with emergency responders stretched thin as they respond to a deluge of calls. Firefighters, paramedics, and police officers work tirelessly, often risking their own lives to rescue those trapped or injured by falling debris and collapsed structures. But amid the chaos, stories of courage and solidarity emerge like bright sparks in the darkness. Neighbors check on the elderly, strangers open their doors to those whose homes have been damaged, and volunteers organize relief efforts to distribute food, water, and blankets. The American spirit shines brightest when tested, and this storm has become a testament to that indomitable will. Beyond the immediate damage, experts warn of long-term consequences. The agricultural sector faces a devastating blow as hail crushes cornfields, soybean crops, and orchards, threatening the livelihoods of farmers and the food supply chain. Insurance companies brace for a surge in claims, and local economies prepare for the ripple effects of this natural disaster. Scientists are closely monitoring this event, analyzing the data to better understand how climate change is influencing the frequency and severity of such storms. The intense energy fueling this hailstorm is a stark reminder that our planet's weather systems are evolving, sometimes with catastrophic results. As you watch the footage in this video, you will witness the storm's relentless assault, the way hail bounces off rooftops, the way lightning forks illuminate the sky like flashes from a cosmic camera, and the way communities band together in the face of overwhelming adversity. Each frame is a story of survival, each moment a reminder of how fragile and precious life can be. This video is not just a record of destruction, it is a chronicle of resilience, hope, and humanity. We thank you for joining us on this emotional and cinematic journey. Please continue to support our channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing so you can stay informed on this developing story and many more to come. The storm rages on, and so does the story. Stay tuned for more intense, up-close coverage in the next segment. As the hailstorm shows no sign of relenting, the frontlines become scenes of raw human drama and unyielding spirit. This is where nature's fury meets human courage, and the stories you are about to hear will grip your heart and refuse to let go. Meet Sarah, a mother of two from a small town in Missouri. On what was supposed to be a quiet afternoon, Sarah found herself and her children scrambling for cover as ice pounded mercilessly against their windows. It sounded like giant rocks were hitting the house, she recalls, her voice trembling with the memory. With quick thinking, she ushered her kids into the basement just moments before a hailstone shattered the living room window. The family was safe, but their home was left scarred, a chilling reminder of the storm's unrelenting power. Meanwhile, in rural Kansas, Farmer John surveyed the wreckage of his fields. Rows of corn that had stood tall and proud now lay flattened under a thick blanket of ice. This season's crop is gone, he says, eyes filled with despair and determination. Yet despite the loss, John is already planning how to rebuild, how to plant again, how to rise from the ruins. His story is echoed by thousands of farmers across the region whose livelihoods depend on the mercy of the skies. First responders, like Officer Ramirez, have been working around the clock. It's been some of the toughest shifts I've ever had, he says. We've rescued families trapped in their homes, cleared fallen trees, blocking roads, and helped those injured by flying debris. Their efforts are heroic, often unnoticed, but absolutely vital to the community's survival and recovery. The storm has also tested infrastructure. Power lines have been snapped like twigs, leaving thousands without electricity as temperatures drop. Hospitals and emergency centers have been pushed to capacity, dealing with injuries and power outages simultaneously. Yet the spirit of cooperation remains unbroken. Utility workers, medical staff, and volunteers are working tirelessly to restore normalcy. Amidst this turmoil, technology has played a crucial role. Social media platforms are buzzing with live updates, warnings, and pleas for help. Drones capture stunning aerial footage of the hail's aftermath, giving emergency teams the eyes they need to prioritize rescue missions. Meanwhile, weather satellites continue to track the storm's movement, providing invaluable data that could save lives in the future. As a viewer, you are witnessing not just the storm, but the pulse of a nation confronting disaster head-on. The cinematic visuals you see are paired with stories of heartbreak, hope, and heroism that define what it means to endure and overcome. As the skies begin to clear and the last echoes of thunder fade into the distance, what remains is a landscape forever changed by the brutal hailstorm. The aftermath reveals the true scale of devastation and the monumental task ahead for communities across the affected states. Homes stand battered, their roofs scarred with holes where hailstones tore through shingles. Vehicles sit abandoned on cracked streets, their once pristine exteriors marred by deep dents and shattered windows. Streets littered with broken branches, glass shards, and debris tell silent stories of the storm's unyielding power. Farmers walk through fields flattened by the relentless ice, counting the cost in lost crops and damaged equipment. The economic toll is staggering, from personal property losses to the broader impacts on food supply and local businesses. Insurance companies brace for an avalanche of claims, while local governments scramble to allocate resources for cleanup and rebuilding. But amidst the wreckage, a powerful narrative of resilience unfolds. Communities band together in remarkable displays of solidarity. Volunteer groups mobilize quickly, delivering food, water, and essential supplies to those displaced or struggling. Churches, schools, and community centers open their doors as shelters and distribution hubs. Stories of generosity and kindness fill the airwaves and social media. Strangers become friends as neighbors share generators, tools, and manpower to repair damaged homes and infrastructure. Local businesses offer discounts and aid to those affected, embodying the spirit of unity that defines America's heartland. Officials warn that recovery will be a long, arduous process. Infrastructure repairs may take weeks or even months, while the psychological impact on those affected will linger far longer. Mental health services are being expanded to support victims dealing with trauma, loss, and uncertainty. Scientists and policymakers emphasize the importance of preparedness and adaptation. The storm serves as a stark reminder of the increasing volatility of weather patterns in a changing climate. Communities are urged to invest in resilient infrastructure and early warning systems to mitigate future disasters. As you watch this video, you witness not just destruction, but hope reborn from ruins. The cinematic scenes of shattered landscapes are counterbalanced by images of people rebuilding their lives, standing strong against adversity. We deeply appreciate your continued support. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions help us bring these vital stories to light. Together, we can raise awareness and foster a spirit of preparedness and compassion. Stay tuned for the final chapter of this series, where we look ahead to lessons learned, changes underway, and the indomitable will to face the future, no matter the storms that come. As the dust settles and communities begin to heal, the story of this devastating hailstorm is far from over. It is a powerful chapter in a larger narrative about resilience, adaptation, and the urgent need to confront a changing climate head-on. This storm has left scars, visible and invisible, but it has also illuminated critical lessons for the future. Experts emphasize that extreme weather events like this hailstorm are no longer rare anomalies. They are becoming the new normal. Climate change has shifted weather patterns, intensified storms, and increased their unpredictability, challenging the very fabric of how communities prepare and respond. Across the affected regions, local governments and agencies are mobilizing to implement more robust disaster preparedness plans. Investments in early warning systems, storm-resistant infrastructure, and community education programs are accelerating. The goal to reduce vulnerability and ensure faster, more efficient responses when nature unleashes its fury again. Farmers, too, are adapting. Crop diversification, protective netting, and advanced weather monitoring technologies are becoming essential tools to safeguard livelihoods against future hailstorms. The agricultural sector's resilience will be a cornerstone in securing food supplies and economic stability. But beyond technology and policy, this event has sparked a deeper cultural shift. The powerful images and stories shared through this video and countless others have raised public awareness like never before. People are more motivated to support sustainable initiatives, advocate for environmental action, and build stronger community networks. For you, our viewer, this journey through the hailstorm's chaos and courage is a call to action. Stay informed, prepare your own homes and families, and support efforts to combat climate change. Share these stories to spread awareness and inspire others to act. As we close this chapter, remember the faces of those who endured the storm, their strength, their hope, their unbreakable spirit. Their stories are the heart of this video and the heartbeat of a nation facing an uncertain future with determination and unity. Thank you for watching, for standing with those affected, and for being part of a global community that refuses to be defeated by the forces of nature. If you found this video powerful and important, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to bring you vital, cinematic coverage of the world's most compelling stories. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, every storm ends, and from every storm we rise. Thank you for watching. Let's keep the conversation going. Hello, everyone. We're incredibly grateful that you stayed with us until the very end of this video. Your time and attention mean everything to us here at Best of Moment. Thank you for choosing to share a part of your day with us. If this video resonated with you or brought you any inspiration, please consider subscribing to our channel, Best of Moment. Hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on the meaningful, emotional, and thought-provoking stories we're excited to share. We're committed to bringing you moments that move the heart and spark reflection, and we'd love for you to be part of this journey. Now we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on today's topic? Have you had a similar experience or perhaps a different perspective? Drop your comments below. Your voice matters deeply to us. This channel isn't just about videos. It's about creating a vibrant community where we can all connect, learn, and grow together. Feel free to jump into the conversation, ask questions, share your insights, or even engage in friendly debates. We read every single comment and truly look forward to connecting with each of you. Thank you once again for your support and for being here with us. Stay tuned for more unforgettable moments right here on Best of Moment. Take care and see you in the next video.